second part. I will see if I can find my text again. Yeah, to hell with my wordless life. That is something that I didn't know that. I really didn't know that my life was so wordless, you know. Oh my God. It's now that I understand that all those years before, they were only a preparation, but actually nothing really valuable happened inside. And we hold on to things about the past. We hold on. um, is there really nobody who sees that I'm live again? Maybe Jan is there. Uh, need to go to Facebook. I don't know why that happens with my well, why that camera falls out. I don't know why it happens. So yeah, I didn't know that I was actually wasting my time. Well, deep in your heart, you know that. You feel that you're not complete. You feel your whole life there is something missing. Yeah, yeah. I felt that there is something missing. Um, until I actually found Guru Maharaj, and then I knew what I was missing. I was missing real life. I was missing transcendental life. I was missing transcendental eyes. I was especially missing the understanding of the Lord. Um, and so, yeah, to hell with my worthless life, you know. And I took it very seriously, actually. I took it very seriously because I had a lot of misery in my life, a lot, and I really wanted to change. I wanted to go for it. So if you keep on being attached to that old life, it won't work. If you still are grieving about things from your material life for such a long time, things that you cannot change, while the gold is lying before your eyes, you've got to make the choice. You've got to choose for the gold. Otherwise, your life has been worthless. It has not been worth to be lived. And now you get a chance. You get a chance to come in a body, in a beautiful body, you know, and you get a chance to receive a Lord in that body and to build a temple for Him and to have the highest relationship that you can imagine. You know, there is nothing better than this. To hell with my high place in Varnashram society. Um, that's what Vaidhi Bhaktas, of course, I still react on them, small reactions, to open something, you know, to plant a little seed. Um, Today there was somebody who was saying that you shouldn't offer soy to Krishna, all those kinds of things, you know, because soy is full of hormones. That's true, but it would have been bad. For his sperm, for Krishna's sperm. Come on, man. Come on, man. Alsjeblieft. Wake up. Wake up. And then I telling them that it's not, you don't go back to Godhead by what you eat and which material food you offer him. It's by what you offer him, your transcendental food. That's what you had to receive first. That is why you offer, but you've got to receive it first by surrendering to a bona fide spiritual master who is so extremely merciful that he shares that seed of bhakti, and that he is so merciful that he shares that holy divine water unto you. Although the rising ocean of Lord Gaurachandra's mercy has flooded the entire world, I am so unfortunate that not a single drop has fallen upon me, and it's your own responsibility. It is your own responsibility. How has this amazing calamity happened? Well, because you were not in the right time, at the right place, under the right circumstances. And those who get the chance and don't take the chance, they are more to blame than anybody else. And that's actually what is inside of my heart, that is disturbing my heart. Those who have the chance, who just neglect that chance, and who play games and then leave, um, who are not honest and then leave, and another one who is not honest and then leave, and then another one who has talks with others and who have conversations in a kind of a secret group, and then they all leave, and all those kind of things, um, and then I would shake you. How is it possible? How is it possible that you play with fire for your transcendental life? I know you cannot burn your soul. I'm speaking in an esoteric way. It's a metaphor. Playing with fire means that you are taking at risk your beautiful transcendental life, your beautiful soul, um, instead of saying, well, there are a few devotees who are witnessing. There are a few devotees who are really witnessing strongly, and maybe I should take account of what they say. You know, maybe I should ask questions instead of always giving my same broken record that I am a victim and that I am blah, blah, blah. Maybe I should ask questions. Maybe I should uh, yeah, show that I'm interested. Maybe I should call devotees with transcendental questions, you know. Now it is the age of Kali. My enemies, the senses, have become very strong. The splendid path of pure devotional service is blocked by millions of brambles. I am weak and agitated. Alas, alas, where can I go? Oh Lord Chaitanya Chandra, if now you will not give me your mercy, what can I do? Well, he won't give mercy if he doesn't see that your heart desires him, of course. That's very clear. Is the desire there? Do you really want it? We have seen that you cannot, with words, make us think differently. We all have eyes and ears in our head. We have heard and seen things, many things. We see that there is no desire. We heard that there is no desire, you know. And complaining, where can I go? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Do you want to give your heart to God? Is He your first one on the list, you know? Do you want to serve Guru like he needs to be served as a guru? It's the age of Kali, don't forget. The senses, your enemies. Don't forget what all merge, they are your enemies. And if we, of course, we have our senses and we are allowed to eat nicely and we are allowed to enjoy once in a while, you know, but not if those senses become your enemy, that they become the boss and that they cause that you have secrets in your heart, you know. No, 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 no. Then that splendid part of pure devotional service is even not visible for you because you numb yourself with other things, you know. You make hinderings for yourself. You make your life so difficult because the wonderful Lord never came before my eyes, and because I never tasted the transcendental nectar of service to his lotus feet, I simply pray to attain the jubilant festival of the association of those great souls now decorating this world, whose hearts are fixed at Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. The wonderful Lord never became before your eyes, but Guru Maharaj came before our eyes, and he's carrying that Lord inside so visibly that you can see Chaitanya in his face. You can see his Chaitanya face, you know. But if you're not eager to see that, if you're not eager to be purified, if you're not eager to really be part of the Sangha and to be a real member of the Sangha, you know, and to give a piece of yourself, you will never receive that transcendental nectar of service to his lotus feet. You've got to ask for it. You've got to desire for it, you know. The jubilant festival of the association of those great souls now decorating this world. All of us, can become such a soul. We can become a real transcendental decoration for the souls, for the world, and become real friends of each other with that same Lord in our heart, without any disturbances, all with our heart fixed on Guru's feet and on Chaitanya's feet. That makes such a big difference. I am tightly bound by the chains of limitless, horrible desires. My God, my God, my God. This chapter is really made to preach today. Bound by the chains of limitless, horrible desires. Horrible desires that change your heart, that poison your mind, that make you give you a certain character, actually. Not a transcendental character, absolutely not. I am addicted to millions of sins. My mind is filled with pain. One sentence after the other. Of course, your mind is filled with pain. You're taking poison. You're taking poison, you're eating poison, you're drinking poison, you're listening to poison, you take friendship with poison, you get involved with demons. My mind is filled with pain. Are you surprised? Are you surprised? Millions of wicked men misled me. Yeah, of course. Look, a member of this Sangha for years, a member of Guru Maharaj for years. And then A demon starts classes, and then after a few classes, you're completely inside of his demoniac preaching. You believe those words. You even give him munition, very bad munition, that actually made our Sangha, put our Sangha in a very daylight, in a very, very dark daylight. You give them munition to actually blaspheme our guru extra, super extra, because he has misused that in such a way. Look what the victims he makes. Demons can immediately, I went through that, I have seen what demons did with me, you know, unbelievable. They are not my friends. No, they are not your friends. But you think that because you have demons inside of yourself and you feel at home more easily there. Darkness is looking for darkness. And we can give light as much as we want to. If there is no desire for the light, you will stay in that darkness. This was the proof, the fact that you take association there and go and cook sweet breads there. It says it all. It says it all. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Somebody from our Sangha? This is not possible. Except for Lord Gora, who is my friend in this world. That's what we should understand. Except for our Guru, who is our friend? Is there a better friend than him? Is there a better shepherd than him? A better guide than him? No way. No way. Everybody else is cheating you. And after 9 years hearing this preaching, you should know that. Hearing from me, from Govinda, hearing from Guru Maharaj every single day. So that's a proof that you don't hear, because otherwise you wouldn't be poisoned that easily. It's not possible. Not possible. Hare Krishna, Francis. Again, Francis. Je bent terug live. Ah ja, maar Jan, ik heb gezegd dat ik opnieuw moest beginnen, maar jij hebt dat weer niet gehoord. Hare Krishna, Michael. Nice to see you. Michael Sherbert. Nice to see you. A few more verses. This is really Krishna who guides me, who gives me the perfect. I planned, don't talk about it, Lalita. It's not your responsibility at all. People need to grow up, man, and become adults and become honest. But I knew that there was a lot of darkness, but I already took a distance because I thought it's not my responsibility, the darkness of others. I don't, no. That's why I don't, Guru Maharaj says Lalita can go to Johan, Lalita can go to Mike. She's strong enough, but she's the one who's not going. Because I have nothing to find there. Why would I go? And who is always going? The one who is not strong enough, over and over again. Alas, millions of the seeds of material pious deeds fail to sprout when I try to plant them in the desert of my heart. You don't have to plant your pious deeds, your pious deeds in your heart. Make a summary of it. That's what religious people are doing, doing pious deeds and counting them. Don't make a fault, Give money to the poor, dressing up the poor, feeding the poor, etc. Always material things. No, it's not about that. It's absolutely not about that. It's about going transcendental. It's about receiving the seed of devotion, and then you have something to approach the Lord. Then you have devotion. Then you can attract Him. Then you can finally fall in love with Him, cherish Him, fall deeply in the grass of Vrindavan, in that beautiful place, and be grateful every second of the day for the wealth that He's giving you. He says, I shall give up trying to plant them, and with all my heart I shall take shelter to Lord Gora Chandra's feet, which bear the wonderful seed of pure devotional service. That's it. That's how we do it. Surrender. How will we surrender now to Gora Chandra's feet? How will we do that? You know, we need to find him in the world. How can we find him? Find somebody who is worshiping in spirit and truth, just like Chaitanya. Find the God lover like Lord Chaitanya. Find one who is laughing and crying in ecstasy like Lord Chaitanya. And then you find a real representative, a real devotee of Lord Chaitanya. He will be your shepherd. He will become your guide. And he does, because that's what happened to me right away. And not for everybody it goes that fast, but it works. It worked for me like this, by taking association with a real bona fide spiritual master who laughs and cries in public, who worships his Lord exactly the same like Chaitanya did, you know, and who made me do exactly the same because it affects my heart so strongly. The spirit that spreads it entered my heart and makes me grow and grow and grow. And I can preach for him. I can teach the world, you know. And people who call me their friends, they go somewhere else. They go say that we are actually stupid by glorifying Guru Maharaj. Just what the demon wanted to hear. I'm not going into the stream because otherwise I need to glorify Guru Haridas. So what are you saying now? That we all are under pressure, that we come in the stream and that we don't dare to do anything else but glorifying Guru Maharaj? Because that's the mission that you give. That's not true. I don't need anything. And I don't need to go in the stream. I go out of real desire to be close of my Guru. And I glorify him for only one reason. Because Krishna is giving me an enormous, enormous award. And if you still haven't seen that in all those years, I wonder why I go live every single day. 9 years, 365 days in a year, showing you how this path works. And all those excuses, I don't want to hear those excuses. They are so cheap. They are so cheap. No, you're the last to come with excuses now. You give ammunition to the demons to spit on my Guru. I don't send my friends to that video to hear. And if Guru would not have asked me to check it out, I would not have heard it over and over again to say, my God, this is really poison for the world. You're not helping anybody. You're not helping us. You're not helping Mike. You're not helping the world. On the contrary, this is dirt. How How will the desire creeper of pure devotional service sprout in the desert of my heart? In my heart there is only one hope. I shall call out the name of Lord Chaitanya. Then I shall never again lament. Maar jongens, toch, that's unbelievable how this chapter is written. Perfectly written. Yeah, Jan, yeah, that's true. I'm running to the toilet once again. I'm coming back, because I want to end this chapter. But you're right, Jan. As long as one defends and protects somebody, and as long as you find excuses for that behavior, you're in danger. Absolutely. You're in danger. You're in danger. So I continue. This chapter, and please forgive me if you feel offended by me, but it's God. It's really God who gives me this. I couldn't say it better myself. Alas, alas, how will the desire creeper of pure devotional service sprout in the desert of my heart? How? By hearing attentively, not making puzzles, not playing games on your phone, by hearing attentively, by chanting, not buying beads that you don't use, but by really chanting, yeah. By doing it. And otherwise, if you can't do all those things, be honest and say, I can't do it. But don't post, I bought beads and I'm going to chant and all those things. It's all not true. It's all not true. You know, in my heart, there is only one hope. I shall call out the name of Lord Chaitanya. And devotees are really chanting for, for those who don't find this path. Um, then I shall never again lament. And that lamentation of that certain problem that in 9 years, and that is something that I really want to hammer on. People who numb themselves with substances, they don't have an evolution. They don't grow. Their mind is not growing. Their consciousness is not growing. There is no evolution. They stay in that same consciousness of years ago. And they keep on lamenting because of that same thing over and over again. There is no growing. It doesn't grow, you know. You need to have a clear mind to grow. And what's very important, when you are really into the truth and into the spirit, that enters your body and that changes your heart and your mind. Chanting can change your heart and your mind. Things are really working inside of you. Your heart will change, your mind will change. You will think that other things are more important than your big false ego, and that your lamentation that has no use to lament about things that you can't change anyway. You can't change that. Accept it. It's your blessing. It is your blessing. I am chained by sinful desires. I have fallen into the painful ocean of repeated birth and death. All of us, over and over again. The sharks and crocodiles of lust and anger are devouring me alive. I have no shelter. And we all are like that. We all have been like that, lives after lives. But then suddenly the Lord is again merciful. When you think about all those personalities in the Bible and in the Vedas, all those personalities, even in the Old Testament, those prophets and uh, uh, they all were close devotees with the Lord. You know, they all took shelter to the Lord. That's why they are in those books. That's why there is written about them. That's why they had revelations. That's why sometimes they could save a whole group, like Moses, I should say, like Moses or Joseph. The one who was in Egypt. He saved the Jews. Saved his family. Um, you're strongly empowered by the Lord. They give you shelter. Those personalities give you shelter. In all history of religion, it has always been a person who gave you shelter. The Lord sends his sons. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, even then, these were sons of God. Those stories where that they have been empowered to mean something for others, to establish something, you know, and that keeps on doing, keeps on. Jesus Christ came, Lord Chaitanya came, now Guru Maharaj came. He really came. Of course, I don't say that the disciplic line was not important, but this is really the nec plus ultra what Guru Maharaj brings. But if you don't take real shelter to him, if you don't mean it, if you cheat and you cheat, it's not going to work. Don't forget, we hear that and we see that on how you talk. We see that there is no evolution. We hear that and we see that. Everybody sees that, you know. Um, and then you can say, "Oh Lord, go Chaitanya Chandra, please rescue me." Yeah, but you have a responsibility as well, you know. Please give me the shelter of your feet. Well, he's giving that. So there is no reason to lament anymore. He's giving that shelter. The shelter is there. You can take shelter at Lord Gora's feet and you're saved for always and always. And you will cry in ecstasy instead of lament for material things. Oh Lord Chaitanya Chandra, if you place your merciful glance on me, then even though I am a great fool, the wonderful part of pure devotion, which is sought by Shiva, Sukadeva, Uddhava, Narada, and other great souls, will not be far away. And we get that merciful glance of Lord Chaitanya upon us every single day. I have it day or night. I have his glance on me. This is so happy making. It's a wonderful part of pure devotional service. And I'm not ashamed for people around me to to testify for the fact that I am a devotee. I'm not ashamed of God, or I'm not ashamed of my guru. On the contrary, I'm proud of him, you know. Where is that causeless mercy? Where is wonderful transcendental opulence? Where is love for the devotees? Oh Lord Krishna, where are these virtues present in the same way they are present in your feature as Lord Gora? We all know the answer. Members of our Sangha, we know the answer. Where is causeless mercy? Where is that wonderful transcendental opulence? Only in our Sangha, my friends. Only in our Sangha. It is in our Guru Maharaj, who represents God here on earth, who is as good as God. Why? Because he speaks the word of God as good as God would do it himself. Ik ben Prabodhananda Saraswati aan het lezen, Francis. Ja. Ja. Prabodhananda Saraswati, hoofdstuk 5. 5 of 6. Heb je dat boek? Wacht, ik zal eens zien. Het is toch gedaan, ik heb gedaan. Ja, hoofdstuk 6 was het, maar ik heb gedaan. Ik heb het helemaal uitgelezen. Dit is bijna 2 uur, de 2 video's samen. Dus ja. Ja, het is een... Prabodhananda is mijn lieveling. He's my favorite one. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really lovely. So, yeah, we are really, really very fortunate. And we all make faults. Don't think that nobody is faultless. But I had a bit of problem that Guru Maharaj asked to write an email to Mike to tell actually that she was wrong, that she has been lying in the previous, and then she writes a second video, second mail to socialize with him as a friend instead of doing what she promised to Guru. So meanwhile, we are a few weeks further and she still didn't do what she promised. So again, a lie. Yeah, I will do that. Yeah. But still it didn't happen. So yeah, it's a bit sad. So you need to grow up. You need to become an honest person, you know. So Hare Krishna, graag gedaan, Francis. Trek het u niet te veel aan. Alles komt goed, manneke. Maar als ik bekrachtigd ben, dan heb ik harde woorden, omdat... Ja, gelijk Guru, dat zit in mijn keel. Ik kan dat niet aan doen. Ik kan er niet aan doen. En dan kun je zeggen, she is het orakel van Oostende. Nee. God is het orakel van Oostende. Ik niet. Hare Krishna, everybody. See you later. Thank you so much.